Okay, so you saw by the intro of this video and the title, the thumbnail as well. Not kind of in this episode, I bought 25 iPads for £65. I bought these like 2 weeks ago maybe. I've tested some already. I'm not going to be testing any in this video because I've tested the majority of them, reset the ones that had accounts on, or had setups on iTunes. The majority have non-functional screens. Some have other faults which have led me to not be able to test further. Like there's one that's reset but the touch doesn't work, so I can't actually do anything. And I can't take these apart because I do not have a heat pad or heat mat, but I will get one soon so that I can do this. I'm going to go through everything that I've got, everything that's already working, and everything that needs further testing. So I'm gonna start. We'll start with the big ones because they're not great, and we'll get to the ones that work towards the end, I reckon, or just as they come up. So I'm just gonna try to move some of these to the side, although there is a few of them. But just before we start, these work out to £2.60 each, which is a very small price to pay for all of these. So we'll just get into it. So this is an iPad, I believe iPad Pro 12.9 or 12.7 inch, 2015. This one's battered, it's got dents, it's quite bent. It's got all these cracks at the top. It doesn't work at the moment, but I'm going to check at some point. What I think I'm going to do is for these ones, I'm going to put these 5 into their own video. Some are slightly different, some don't have this bit at the top. So they're a different model, or they might just be, these might be the cellular ones, I reckon. These could be the cellular ones because they've got that. That's what I think could be, because these ones, I don't think they do, but they also look the same, so we'll see. But yeah, so these are all the same sort of thing, I believe, but only one of them works, but it's iCloud locked, unfortunately, and I can't take them apart because I don't have the heat pad. But I can swap boards about, and but these will all have their separate video. I'll probably divide these into subcategories where you've got the minis of the same generation and try to make as many of them work by using the parts from the others, right? But yeah, let's just get into these ones. So this one is another one. It's cracked. I can't remember if this one worked or not. I don't think it does. Also, I'm completely mugging myself off with the reflections at the moment. But yeah, this one doesn't work either. You start laying them the other way. Go. Now this is the one that works, but is locked. Yeah, it does work. It's just dead at the moment. But yeah, this one is iCloud locked, unfortunately. I reset it on iTunes because it was already set up before and had a passcode. Another one, this one's just shattered. I don't think it works aside from that. I think when I tested it, these take about 2 hours to actually get from the flat battery symbol to actually turn on because they're so big batteries. But yeah, this one's also rather bent as well. I don't know if you can see that, but it's bent. I don't think that's a cellular model, neither is this one, which is what I think is the main difference. Is this one's even more shattered, with whatever that is at the bottom coming out. But yeah, I don't think this one works either. This one might have been completely cooked, I'm not too sure. But these will get their own videos, and they're quite big. They're like laptop size, almost. Yeah, let's go for this mini stack. These, I think, are mostly untested. Like this one, I mean, it's completely battered. This is Grey Shropshire's iPad, apparently. Oh no, this was the one, I charged this one up, reset it, because it had an account on it, and this one got iCloud locked. I remember that one. This one, I don't think I tested, because it's really cooked. But these will all be taken into their own video with the different models, and to get, not repaired, but some will get dismantled, and I'll test the boards. But yeah, just a couple of beaten up iPad minis. But for £2.60, I don't think I could really lose my money on this, because I feel that if I listed these up on eBay for £5 each, I'd probably sell the majority of them for around £4 or £5. This one doesn't work either. This one, massive dent. It appears to be a newer model because it's got the newer version of home button. It does work, but there's literally, I don't know if you can see, there's nothing up there at all. It's literally just clear space. And it wasn't as bad as that. I poked it a tiny, well, I put my finger on it and it started falling apart. But yeah, this will need some testing. I think I might have tested that one, I'm not too sure. This one, another mini. This one's really dented. It's got a massive gouge where the speaker is. I don't think I tested this one. Oh yeah, this one I couldn't test because where it's been dropped near the power button doesn't click in. So that one didn't get tested. It's another mini. Yeah, you can see that one. That one's really cooked, but that will be really cool to see what works out of it. Yeah, this one I didn't test, I don't think. And this one has been stabbed, by the looks of it, multiple times by a pair of scissors, judging by the slits in the screen protector which indicate that, and that there's two marks parallel to each other, so it would suggest that it's a pair of scissors, if not potentially a knife, but it most likely is a pair of scissors, either scissors or a knife. But it has been stabbed a load of times. You can see how cooked it is at the back as well. Like, you can see how raised that is. But yeah, this one would need some severe work. These ones are more minis, but these are the ones I either tested or these are the ones that just look cosmetically better than the rest of them. This one's got a singular crack down the middle, but doesn't really do anything at the moment. But it will get further testing at some point. So I'll put that one down. This one is, I believe, a cellular model. Yeah. And it's got the older button though. But the button doesn't, it clicks but not very well. I don't think I tested this one. No. The majority of the ones that got tested will have the battery icon come up because they were recently charged. This one, again, another cellular model, older generation because of the home button. Yeah, that one didn't get tested either. But I'll pair them up by serial number and give them further testing. This appears to be same as those, just maybe non-cellular. I don't think I tested this one. I tested this one though. This was one that was working, not this one, this one. This one works. I don't know if it's going to be dead now though. It is dead now. It's got cracks on the digitizer part of the screen, but other than that, it does work. I think this was an iPad mini first generation. It's got a singular small dent in the back. But yeah, it is fully working, but it's just old. But yeah, that's good. That one fully works. Now we'll move to this stack. There are two really good iPads in this video that do work. This one, I don't know what generation this is, but whatever one it is, it doesn't have a camera. So, and I can obviously tell that it's quite old. I believe it's probably older. It might be the same generation as this, but this is just a Pro model. This is a cellular one. But yeah, this one doesn't work. Battery has expanded, which is what you can see on the screen. Yeah, that one does not work. This one does work. I'm not going to show you because it will just turn on and then I'll have to turn it off. But this one I reset and it's unfortunately iCloud locked. Still a cool piece to have. It's quite heavy. It's an older style iPad and it looks quite cool. This one is a 2018 iPad, also I believe the 6th generation. Now this one fully works. This was the first one that's relatively modern out of the lot that I got to work. And I was using it for a while to watch some stuff. It's a 128 gig model. Not cellular, I believe non-cellular. Yeah, non-cellular. But it has the shutter there. This one would be a really good piece to sell. Fully working, sells at CEX for £120. But in the current condition, I don't know what it'd sell for. But the screen replacement part because it's just the digitizer part, the glass at the front that needs replacing, because they're separate on the iPads, was only about, I believe, only £10 or something from AliExpress, which is where most of my repair parts for these videos on the older stuff will come from. This one, I don't think I tried this one because it's genuinely very cooked. We'll give it a go anyway. Yeah, it's got a massive dent in there, that corner. Like you can see, that's very pushed in. But yeah, this one is completely shattered. Otherwise unknown condition. But might be good for parts for the other ones. This one, I think I got this one to turn on. It's just the digitizer doesn't work. Yeah, it was this one. It's got a massive dent. Well, not a massive dent. It's got a dent here, and it's got some rubber marks or something on it. But they're scratching off now, which is good. But yeah, I don't know what generation iPad this is. It's definitely an older one. But this is the one that the touch didn't work. I didn't have to do anything on this one. It was already reset. But because the touch doesn't work, I can't select anything to connect to the internet to actually get it set up. But knowing my luck, it's probably iCloud locked anyway. But we'll press the home button. Oh, that's France. Oh no, this might be the one that worked actually. I'm going to have to blur that out now, aren't I? This might be the one that works, but it was iCloud locked actually. But yeah. I don't know what's going on with this one, unless it's temperamental, potentially. I'm not too sure. Oh no, the touch is buggy a bit. But yeah, it's bottom right corner, doesn't really work very well. But there we go, okay. Might be able to set up in another video. So we will definitely give that a go. This one, fully working. I believe fully working anyway, yeah. This one fully works. It's got tiny cracks here and a bit missing on the corner, on the glass. But this one fully works. iPad Air 1st gen. It's had some sort of power tool, sander sort of device, or a Dremel, where it's had personalisation. It's been scratched off, which is annoying. But aside from that, it's a fully working device. Potentially, if I have another iPad of the same gen that has a fine back, it could get swapped over. But I'm not too fussed because it's such an old device. But this one does fully work. Now, finally, this is where, well, I argue that it's already made my money back anyway, just from what I purchased, because it's just a decent deal. But out of working devices, this one, I just turned it off. That's why it's not on at the moment. Arguably, this one made my money back anyway. All these aren't scuffs. These are bits of sticky on it. That's already probably made my money back-ish. If I spent an extra £10 to fix it, I could probably sell it for about £80. So I'd say, made my money back on that one. This is where it gets really, really good. And where I'd argue I made the majority of my money back. I am using this device though. So this is an iPad 8th generation 2020. Cellular, as you can see. It's got the SIM tray there. This, unfortunately, is only the 32GB variant, so it's less sought after. But I am using it to watch Netflix and stuff. That's the battery pretty good so far. Doesn't drop very well. It was set up when I got it. I turned it on. It had a care home email address and phone number on the wallpaper. And it was locked, and it said connect to iTunes. Oh no, I had to wait an hour till it actually turned on to do anything. But yeah, I then connected it to iTunes. I had to play around with it a bit because where it's set up for an organisation, iTunes was having problems with letting my PC actually connect to it. And it was saying I didn't have authorization. But I played around with it a bit, got it to work, reset it. Luckily, it wasn't iCloud locked. But I didn't know if it would be a 32GB or a 128 straight off the bat. I know a 256 even, it was one of the two. But unfortunately, it was only 32. But it's still over £100. It's got some cracks. It's got the shatter here. These cracks at the bottom are just this protector. There's one crack on the actual screen under here. But this protector is cracked as well. But that is, again, a £10 part. So I could get that into fully working condition without too much effort. As you can see, it's on the latest iOS. It's still on about half its battery. But yeah, it's not bad. I've just been watching Netflix on it at the moment. But you can see it's fully working, works completely fine. But yeah, that is pretty much as far as I'm going in this video. There will be separate videos for different categories of these iPads, like the minis will have their own, this will have their own, and then the others might have their own. I already posted a video on this other iPad that I bought from CEX for £12. It does work. I think it's dead now though. We'll see. Oh no, it's turned on. Yeah, this is an iPad mini first generation, but fully working in somewhat decent condition. I think the only issue it had was, not issue, but the only reason for it to be in that is it's got a dent there and a smaller dent there. But it was £12 and it's fully working. I tested it a bit in the video. That's another video you can go watch if you want to. But aside from that, that will be all for this video. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like button and the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.